Are you listening?
We didn't quite make it in time. I don't know about this color scheme that the old man's got on, but this is an awesome truck. That's some good eating right there, too. Go grab my bow and come back to the hunting season. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Black Mountain. As you can see, I'm harvesting field 4 here. We did take that contract for Tyler. Let me show you the details here real quick. See, we're going to harvest this wheat for him, and we got to take it to the restaurant. He's going to give us $14,622 for this. That's going to be a little bit less money because, as you can see, we are in his equipment. So, after I signed off in the last episode, I went in and talked to the old man and asked him if he'd be willing to let me use his equipment, his combine and grain cart and whatnot. And after he got done laughing, probably the hardest that I've ever heard him laugh, not only was it a resounding no, but it was a resounding hell no. I've obviously just been away too long. I'm not too familiar with the combine that he has, and he doesn't trust me yet to run it. So he did say that I could use the one of the John Deere's to run a grain cart. However, the truck that Mr. Fleming has allows us to use that to get on the field. So now, obviously, I'm not familiar with this combine either. This is a nice New Holland that Tyler has here. Beautiful looking machine. And I have no clue how to drive it. So what I ended up doing is I called a friend that I went to school with. He's been running combines in this area for a long time, and he's somewhat familiar with this. And so he's the one driving. He's going to teach me how to do it. Don't go tell Mr. Fleming this. He's expecting me to be driving. So we'll just keep that on the DL. But I told my friend here that I would give him some of the money from the profit of this field harvest. So whatever we get from Mr. Fleming, we'll slide him some of it. And yeah, we're going to kind of go from there. So looking forward to what's coming up in this episode here. We're going to finish this field, obviously. It's going to take a while. This is a pretty big field, as you can see. And then after that, we're probably going to take a look up in the hills and see what kind of property we can scope out, depending on what time it is. I don't think any of Dad's fields are going to be ready to harvest today, which is good. It gives me some time to go kind of drive around and see what's available to purchase and how much it's going to cost me to purchase some land up in the hills up there. Still have no idea what I want to do with it. All I know is I want to get out of his house after being away for 6 years or so. Coming back and living at home just isn't my cup of tea, if you know what I mean. So it's nice to stay for a little while and visit, but I need a place of my own. So that's something we're going to look into. Wow, this combine's filling up fairly quick. I didn't expect it to be this quick. So probably what I'll have to do is I'm going to jump out and run all the way across the field over there and grab the truck and bring it back so that Bill here can keep running the combine. So I will be back once I get the truck over here. We didn't quite make it in time. That's okay. As you can see, Tyler here's got a nice 6x6 truck and a nice crampy trailer that he uses on his farm. He just was too busy to harvest this field right now, and hey, I'm cheap labor, so Bill's driving the combine. I'll drive the truck here. Once the combine's empty, I'll jump back in there and ride with him so I can learn a little bit more on how to run this you know, what is it, $500,000 piece of machinery or whatever, with a lot of cool technology in there. I would imagine it's much like our tractors at the old man's place, that you know, once the computer's set up, you just kind of roll with it and just make sure it's in a straight line. So, but once we get up here to this edge of this field, jump out of the truck here and jump back in the combine, and we'll get this field finished up. We will catch you when it's all done. That's an interesting path to take. Get them unloaded, and I have to try and figure that one out. Seems like a waste to me, but I don't know. He's the expert combine driver in this outfit, so I don't know. Once we get him unloaded, I'll jump back in the combine and ask him what the hell's going on. Or maybe not. Looks like we're pretty much full. Just a little bit left to top us off here. Alright, we're full. Now I gotta figure out where to take this. Take a look at the map real quick. Restaurant is right up there. This should be pretty easy. Just cut in between these fields right here. This is our first load off of field 4 that we're taking for delivery. And then we'll go back and keep going. So this is 59,000 liters off the field so far, and we still got a long ways to go, so it's going to be a long day, but in the end it'll work out okay. We're going to get a few $1,000s out of it, and be a little spending, walking around money, I guess. Alright, where do we drop this off at? This is the restaurant, I believe. Oh, there it is. Right out in the middle of the open. Okay. Oh, drop this off and we'll head back down to the field. Alright, well, we made it back. Looks like Bill figured out his issue, so I'm going to jump back in the combine and see what the deal was and why he only took that little bit off of that one row. Alright, so talking to Bill about only taking that one sliver off of that one row. The reason he did that was because he knew that with the width of this header and the width of the field, it was going to set him up pretty much perfectly on the last pass to be a full width row. So just a little bit of forethinking there. Kind of surprised that it wasn't programmed into the computer that way. It's just kind of weird. But I guess sometimes instincts are better than computer-aided driving. So, but we're back at it, and we'll catch you in a few minutes, probably when this field is closer to being done. Okay, not much left now. Only a couple more passes. I talked to Bill before I jump back in the truck here, and it looks like we've only got a couple more passes left. So what I did was I called Tyler and told him that, you know, it looks like we're going to have a little bit left over after we fulfill his obligation to the restaurant. And so what he told me was that whatever was left on the field, to go ahead and sell it to the restaurant, and whatever the extra profit is after his obligation is met, that we could keep that as well. He's kind of considering that as a payment for finishing the field, and also it prevents him from having to come do it himself, and then having to come back out and prepare the field for the next crop. So we're going to finish the field regardless. We would have done that anyway, but since he offered to slip us a little extra money, then we're definitely going to do that. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to keep running this combine until we're done. Whatever's left over, we'll keep for ourselves. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to pay Bill too. So it'll be, I don't know, a couple $1,000 maybe. We'll see. He's done a hell of a job. Kind of taught me how to drive this thing, you know, which is pretty simple. Since all you do is you set up a computer and you let it go, just like all the new machines now. You just got to kind of keep an eye on it, make sure it's running in straight rows and whatnot. You know, it even beeps when it needs to be unloaded, so it's pretty easy. But all right, well, we will catch you when either the field is done or the trailer is empty, ready to get delivered to the restaurant. Okay, looks like this will be the last time we unload the combine. Shouldn't fill our truck up, but we'll be done with the field and take it over to the restaurant and see what we end up with. It's only a little after noon, so once we get this all taken care of, go eat some lunch. What is going on? What are you doing? Why is he turning around one more time? I'm confused. That was interesting. I don't know why he did it that way. I don't know what he's doing. We're full. This field looks done. I'm going to run this over to the restaurant and go from there. So we'll catch you when we get to the restaurant. Okay, here we are. Offload this. This should be the last shipment that we have to bring over here for Tyler. Let's see what we end up with. Hopefully this is the last one. I didn't misjudge what was left on the field over there, but contract's done. Looks like we got an extra $4,046. Okay, so head back over to the field. While I'm on the way over there, I'll give Tyler a call, let him know that we're finished, and we'll figure out how we're going to get together for a little money transaction. Okay, so talk to Tyler, and all he wants us to do is to take the header off the combine and leave it here. He's got a truck that's going to come pick everything up, so it makes our lives pretty easy. just unfold the header here and set it down. Fold up the combine and just leave it parked here. He'll come pick it up here in a little bit, and he is going to wire me the money for this job here in just a minute. I'm gonna head home for lunch, and we will catch you on the other side of that. Okay, well, I just finished up with lunch. So out of all of that, I gave Bill a little over $3,000. Tyler ended up giving me it was a little over $12,000, and plus whatever we had left on the field when we were done. I gave most of that to Bill, so he got a little over $3,000. We're up to $46,500. I'm gonna run over here and take a look at Dad's fields real quick. I don't think they are done yet. Nope, you can see already that they're not done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in the old Chevy truck here, and I'm gonna take a ride up into the hills and see if we can't spot some property that we may want to take a look at. So let me pull the truck out here real quick. Take a look at the old smartphone and see what kind of property is available up there in the hills, and we'll go take a look at some. So give me 1 second. Alright, so what I'm kind of looking at is this area here. It's $226,000. Maybe here on the south end of Horseback Ridge. It's a little bit cheaper. And then I'm looking at maybe right here. I don't need that big of an area though. We'll take a look at these areas right here in Middle Ridge too. I think that's an old fire watch tower right there. But we'll take a drive up there. Basically, we're going to drive south along this dirt road here. Kind of take a look at these areas. Swing our way back up through here. And finally, we'll end up here and see where we are from there. And hopefully we find something we like. Alright, let's get to it. I just love this old truck. This thing is awesome. I don't know about this color scheme that the old man's got on it, but this is an awesome truck. GPS here. This is the road we're looking for. Rough road. Yeah, I can imagine. So this, so far, doesn't look like anything I want. I'm looking for someplace somewhat level. You see how it's a pretty steep drop off. There's no real place to put a house there. Man, these switchbacks can be a pain in the winter. This whole thing will be treacherous drive, but hey, I'm young and don't care, so I'm still invincible, you know what I mean? Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Oh, don't tell Dad. No, still, if that little ledge right there was a little bit bigger, maybe this wouldn't be a bad spot, but that's not gonna work. Still too steep for what I'm looking for. So, the search continues. Alright, we're pulling up here to the northern part of Horseback Ridge here. Get up here in a second, we'll maybe get out and take a look around. Here's a flat area. I was kind of looking for something bigger. What does this area look like down here? Oh, that's a big area, but I was looking for something flat that would be bigger. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna shut the truck off. Go take a look around over here real quick. See what's... Climb up this hill a little bit. See what's up here. This area on the map looks like it might be kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, maybe. It's not exactly flat, but the right amount of work. This could be a good area. There's some flat area down there. Also wouldn't have to clear a bunch of trees, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Still a little bit too much undulation for me. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I'll run back over here, jump in the truck, and continue on. This is a nice wide open area though, but maybe, wait a second, what if there's this area here to the right? Let me check and see. How much would that one cost us? I'm looking at, oh, that's only 96,000. We're actually probably looking at this area as 226. You know what? Let me jump out and take a look over here too, because here's a nice flat area. What we got up here? Not super flat, but it does level off right in this area here. Be a nice place for a little house, maybe. Back a little way from the dirt road. Got some trees we'd have to clear out. That's okay though. We can sell those at the sawmill and get a little extra money for that. What do we got up here? Probably should have drove the truck. Ooh. This might be exactly what we're looking for. I didn't realize anybody lived up here. That's interesting. It's a relatively nice looking car, but they've got a hole in it. I wonder if... See if anybody's home. Nope, it doesn't appear that anybody's home. But this little area right in here, you know what, let me go back down and grab the truck before I get too far ahead of myself. This area might not be bad. How much was it on the... Oh man, yeah. It's 226,000 for that whole area. Let me grab the truck here and come back up. We're gonna have to take a closer look at that one. Yeah, this whole area right in here doesn't look too shabby. I wonder if I could get rid of that trailer. I don't think anybody's living there, judging by the hole in the roof. That is a pretty nice car. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so I wonder what kind of shady business they have up here. Well, it's too nice of a car to be just driving up here for no reason, though. Oh, check it out. Oh, look at the elk. Take a look. Come over here, take a look. Oh, beautiful. Man, I could definitely live up here. It's been so long since I've seen an elk in the wild. That's some good eating right there, too. Go grab my bow and come back during hunting season. That, oh man. Could you imagine if I owned this property right here? Okay, so one thing, we would have to try and level some of this out, which would cost quite a bit of money. But if you take a look, we're still right in the middle of the area, and there's a lot of trees that we could possibly use, cut for timber, take those to the sawmill. It's a lot of work, but that area is definitely in the back of my mind. Actually, probably in the front of my mind. So we'll continue down the road here a little bit. There's a couple other areas I want to take a look at before we head back home. Yep, I'll go this way. So when I went home for lunch, the old man wasn't there. He was off doing something. That's okay. After the way he cussed me out for asking to use his equipment to harvest that field, I think we could stand to have a couple hours apart. I don't think we're going to have anything down here that we're interested in. This little pond, though. Yeah, this is just, this looks like it would be a little too much landscaping. For what I'm looking for. So, yeah, let me turn around and we'll head up to the top of Black Mountain. So we're up here at the top of the mountain, and this area looks promising. Kind of in between, you got Black Mountain and Middle Ridge right here. This area might be, it's not super flat, but let's take a look at it on the map here. This is the area that we're looking at. Let me jump out and take a look over here. Looks like somebody else has got a house cabin thing back here. Yeah, there's a lot of people that live up here for some reason. This area is pretty flat right here. Let me clear these trees out. Looks like I got some thinking to do. So we're looking at either this area here. It's 144,000. Look how much further away that is. So that's pretty far away. And then 226,000 for that one. Well, those are the two that I'm going to take a look at today. I'm going to head back down the hill. I got some more research I need to do before I make a decision. But let me head back down and see if the old man needs any help. So we'll catch you back at the farm. Okay, well, this is going to bring us to the end of another great day here in Black Mountain. Didn't get a whole lot done today. We managed to combine field 4 for Tyler Fleming. Got us a little bit of money, to the tune of about a little over $12,000 we got. Huge thank you to Bill for helping us out. I had no clue how to drive that combine. I was just kind of hoping to fake it till I made it. But he helped me out immensely, taught me a lot, and I think next time I'll be a little better prepared. Maybe I shouldn't jump into business deals like that unless I actually know what I'm doing. But now that I know I have a good friend that can help me out, it's even better. We also took a trip up to up the mountain. We looked at some properties up there. So what we looked at was this one here. It's $226,000, and we looked at which one was it? This one here. It's $144,000. Those are the two that we're really debating. I kind of like this property. It seemed to be a little more open, a little flatter, and of course it's closer to everything. This one here, actually this one here is probably a little bit flatter, but look how much further away it is than everything else. So I got some thinking to do on that. I did talk to the old man about the trailer that's parked here. Not parked here, but the trailer house that's here. And he said that was an old friend of his that used to run some moonshine up here. He had that little trailer as kind of a halfway house. He ran his operation somewhere in the mountain, but then he could store stuff in the trailer. It made it a little bit closer to town and closer to the highway to ship it out. So that's what that is. Nobody lives there right now. He didn't have an explanation for why that other car was there, though, and he thought maybe somebody else had moved in, but he knows for sure that nobody's living there. So something to take a look at. So it looks like for our next for tomorrow, we're gonna have to throw some fertilizer down, maybe on fields 5 and 7, because the only fertilization that's been put on there so far is what we did with the actual planter. So that's kind of the old man's plan for tomorrow, is to throw some fertilizer down on there. And then field 10, he's going to give a little bit of a break. And 9, I think he's pretty much sold on putting grass there, but not 100% sure yet. So yeah, so that's kind of what we did for this episode. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, have fun.